Imagine two candles. One is burned fast and recklessly, flames high, wax melting rapidly. The other burns slow, steady, with calm light. Years later, one is nearly gone, while the other still glows bright. Our mindset and choices determine which candle we become. Youthfulness isn't just what's on your face, it's the light you carry inside. Have you ever been stopped by someone who just couldn't believe your age? Maybe they looked at you with wide eyes and said, "Wait, you're how old?" At first it feels like a flattering compliment. But what if I told you it's more than that? Looking younger than your age isn't just about good skincare routines, lucky genetics, or staying out of the sun. It's a reflection of something much deeper. It's a sign of your psychology, your energy, and the life choices you make every single day. In this video, we're diving into the hidden psychological traits that many youthful-looking people share. Traits that have nothing to do with external creams or beauty products. From emotional resilience to a playful mindset, from low stress levels to a purpose-driven life, these invisible qualities shape how we carry ourselves. And yes, even how we age. If you've ever been told you don't look your age, take it as more than a compliment. Take it as confirmation that your internal world is shining through. And if you haven't heard it yet, don't worry. These traits can be cultivated at any age, starting now. So here's your affirmation. Write this in the comments to anchor it into your life. My light radiates from within, and I choose to live in youthful peace. Are you ready to discover the psychological keys to timeless vitality? Then hit that like button and subscribe, because I've got more mind-shifting content on the way. And trust me, you won't want to miss it. Stay radiant, stay grounded, and remember, how you feel shapes how you look. Let's explore why together. Number 1, you have an unbreakable spirit, the hidden key to agelessness. Have you ever noticed how some people seem to walk through fire and come out looking untouched? They've faced heartbreak, betrayal, financial collapse, even deep personal loss. And yet, when you look at them, they don't look tired. They don't look broken. In fact, they often look younger, more radiant, more alive. How is that possible? Their secret is simple yet profound, an unbreakable spirit. You see, your mind controls your body far more than you realize. The weight of emotional burdens, stress, worry, regret isn't just a psychological load. It leaves fingerprints on your skin, changes your posture, dulls your eyes, and drains your presence. Every worry line and furrowed brow often has an emotional story behind it. But those who seem to defy time, they've mastered the art of emotional resilience. They feel deeply, but they don't stay stuck. They bend, but they don't break. Here's an analogy. Imagine two trees in a storm. One is stiff, its roots shallow. The wind snaps its branches and topples it over. The other is flexible, rooted deeply in the earth. It bends with the storm, sways with the wind, and when the sky clears, it's still standing. That second tree, that's the unbreakable spirit. It doesn't mean you never feel pain. It means you don't let it define you. Stress is a silent killer. It doesn't just rob you of peace, it steals your youth, both inside and out. Chronically high cortisol, your body's primary stress hormone, breaks down collagen, disrupts sleep, drains energy, and accelerates the signs of aging. People who live in a constant state of fear, guilt, or anger often look older than their years, not because of time, but because of tension. On the other hand, those who look youthful, even when life has hit them hard, usually share one trait. They don't stay in survival mode. They process the pain, learn from it, and then release it. They live by a simple but powerful truth. You can't always control what happens, but you can always control how you carry it. If you've ever been told you look younger than your age, consider this. Are you someone who keeps going no matter what? Do you laugh in the face of chaos? Do you rise again and again, even when it would be easier to fall? If so, you've likely discovered the real fountain of youth, not in a bottle or clinic, but in your spirit. And if you haven't yet, the best time to start is right now. Let go of what you cannot change. Forgive faster, worry less, laugh more. Ground yourself in what truly matters, and stop giving your energy to what doesn't. Your youth is not just in your skin, it's in your energy, your vibration, your outlook. Life will try to wear you down, but only you can decide whether it leaves a mark on your soul or your face. Comment below with this affirmation to lock it into your mindset. I bend, but I do not break. My spirit is strong, and my youth flows from within. Bukal. If this message spoke to you, give it a like. Subscribe for more soul-deep insights and share it with someone whose light deserves to shine brighter. Stay resilient, stay radiant. Number 2, you embrace change. Instead of fearing it, the true fountain of youth. Have you ever met someone who, no matter their age, seems to radiate a kind of vibrant, unstoppable energy? They move through life with the enthusiasm of someone half their age, curious, open, and fully alive. You might even catch yourself wondering, how is this person in their 50s, 60s, or even 70s? They seem timeless. What's their secret? It's not just good genes or clean eating. The real secret is this: they embrace change instead of fearing it. There's a powerful link between how we handle change and how we age. When you resist change, cling to the past, fear the future, or shut out new experiences, you create tension in the body and stagnation in the mind. Stubbornness, though often mistaken for strength, is actually one of the fastest routes to premature aging. It locks you into repetitive habits, dulls your emotional flexibility, and shrinks your world. You've probably seen it, people who carry the weight of resistance in their bodies. Their posture tightens, their facial expressions harden, and their energy feels heavy. They stop laughing as freely, avoid new ideas, and live by the phrase, "I've always done it this way." This mental and emotional rigidity slowly carves itself into their appearance and their energy. Now think about those who seem to defy time. These are the ones who say yes to life. They try new things, even if they're uncomfortable. They laugh at themselves, they learn new skills, meet new people, and adjust their routines as life evolves. These people don't just exist, they live. Let's use a metaphor. Imagine two rivers. One flows freely, adapting to rocks and bends, finding new paths without hesitation. The other is dammed, stuck behind a wall of fear, growing stagnant and lifeless. Which river reflects a youthful spirit? The one that flows. Because life is motion, and when you stop flowing with it, you start aging. Not just in years, but in soul. Those who embrace change age differently because they remain in harmony with the natural rhythm of life. Change is inevitable. It's part of growth, learning, and evolution. Fighting it is like trying to swim upstream forever. You'll exhaust yourself, and you'll never move forward. But when you allow change to guide you, you conserve your energy and remain open to life's beauty. Science supports this too. Studies show that people who stay intellectually active, try new hobbies, and maintain social engagement enjoy better cognitive health, emotional resilience, and even physical vitality. Their brains stay sharper, their stress levels lower, and their outlook more optimistic, all of which directly affect how young they appear and feel. There's also a spiritual element to embracing change. It requires humility, the kind that says, "I don't know everything, and that's okay." It demands courage, the bravery to let go of who you were and discover who you're becoming. And it brings joy, a fresh aliveness that lights up your face, fills your voice with enthusiasm, and makes people want to be around you. You've seen this glow before. It's in the eyes of the woman who starts painting at 65. It's in the laughter of the man who takes dance lessons after retiring. It's in the curiosity of the grandparent who learns how to use a smartphone just to stay connected with their grandchildren. That glow doesn't come from avoiding change, it comes from inviting it in. So if you've ever wondered why some people age before their time, while others seem untouched by the passing years, ask this: how do they relate to change? Those who fear it age faster, internally and externally. But those who welcome it, who treat every twist in life as an opportunity to learn or evolve, stay youthful in mind, body, and spirit. Because here's the truth: aging isn't just about how many birthdays you've had, it's about how willing you are to grow. So today, let this be your reminder to stay flexible. Be open, stay curious, learn something new, laugh at the unexpected. Welcome change like an old friend. Because when you do, you don't just slow the aging process, you transform it. Comment this affirmation to embody the lesson. I flow with change, and change keeps me young. If this resonated with you, hit like, subscribe, and share this with someone who shines from the inside out. Your next chapter could be your brightest, if you're brave enough to turn the page. Number 3, your mind is always curious, the spark that keeps you young. Have you ever met someone whose presence feels timeless? They might be 40, 50, or even well into their 60s, yet their energy sparkles with the vibrancy of someone half their age. There's a brightness in their eyes, a lightness in their voice, and a certain glow that's hard to define. It's not just good genetics. It's not a miracle skincare routine. It's curiosity. Most people assume that youth is all about appearance, smooth skin, a strong body, or the absence of wrinkles. But that's a myth. True youth begins in the mind. The moment you stop asking questions, stop learning, and stop being curious about life, you begin aging in ways no product can reverse. A dull mind leads to a dull spirit, and soon, a dull life. Think about it. When you allow your life to become overly predictable, when you do the same things with the same people day after day, your mind begins to shrink. You fall into autopilot mode, wake up, work, eat, sleep, repeat. This mental stagnation silently drains your life force. You may still be breathing, but you're no longer truly living. You can see it in the slumped shoulders, the tired tone in the voice, the absence of wonder in their eyes. These are signs not of aging, but of disengagement. Now contrast that with someone whose mind is still open, curious, and engaged. These are the people who read new books not because they have to, but because they want to. They try unfamiliar cuisines, take up painting or gardening just because it looks fun, and constantly ask, what else can I learn? They don't fear the unknown. They welcome it. That kind of mental curiosity keeps the brain sharp and the spirit young. In fact, science confirms this. Engaging in lifelong learning helps maintain cognitive function, enhances memory, and even slows the onset of mental decline. But the benefits go far beyond the brain. Curiosity doesn't just sharpen the mind, it radiates through the whole body. People who live with curiosity tend to move with purpose. Their conversations are more alive, their expressions more animated, and their faces reflect joy and openness. They don't carry the weight of resignation. Instead, they carry the lightness of possibility. Let's use a metaphor. Imagine a flame. When curiosity is alive, the flame burns brightly, illuminating everything around it. But when curiosity dies, the flame flickers and dims, casting shadows instead of light. You are the keeper of that flame, and how brightly it burns depends on how willing you are to stay curious, even when life feels routine or predictable. People with youthful minds see life not as something slipping away, but as something still waiting to be discovered. They understand that every day brings a chance to learn something new, feel something different, or connect in a deeper way. They find joy in the little mysteries, why the sky changes color at dusk, how a song can stir a forgotten memory, or what a stranger's story might teach them. And that joy is contagious. You can't help but feel inspired in their presence. They remind us that we don't stop exploring because we grow old. We grow old because we stop exploring. So if someone has ever told you that you don't look your age, ask yourself, are you someone who stays curious? Do you still find wonder in the world, in others, and in yourself? Do you challenge your own beliefs, stretch your comfort zones, and explore what you don't yet understand? If the answer is yes, then congratulations. You've discovered one of the most powerful secrets to staying young. Because youth isn't defined by the years on a calendar, it's defined by the fire in your mind. And as long as that fire is alive, time will never truly catch you. Comment below with this affirmation to keep your flame burning. I choose curiosity every day. My mind is open and my spirit stays young. And if this message sparks something inside you, be sure to like, subscribe, and share it with someone whose mind still dances with wonder. Keep learning, keep growing, stay young, forever curious. Number 4, you express your emotions freely. The inner release that keeps you young. Have you ever looked into someone's eyes and sensed they were carrying a heavy burden, even if they never said a word? Their shoulders slump slightly, their smile looks forced, and their presence feels weighed down by something invisible. It's as if life itself has carved deep lines into not just their face, but their spirit. Now compare them to those who seem to age in reverse. Their faces are softer, their eyes brighter, and their energy lighter. There's a freedom in how they move and a vibrancy in how they speak. These people often get told, "You don't look your age." And it's not just about good genes or a strict skincare routine. The difference? They express their emotions freely. Emotions are not meant to be locked away. They are messengers of truth, signals from the soul. When you suppress your feelings, whether it's grief, anger, frustration, or even joy, you create internal pressure. That pressure doesn't simply vanish. It lodges itself in your body. Muscles tighten, stress hormones spike, your posture stiffens. And yes, the face begins to show the silent damage of what's been left unsaid and unfelt. Think about someone who always holds everything in. They never cry, even when they're hurting. They don't laugh too loudly, even when they're overjoyed. They avoid confrontation, hide their pain, and keep smiling through every storm. Over time, this emotional suppression becomes their default. And while they may appear strong on the outside, their body tells a different story. The stress hormone cortisol, which rises with emotional suppression, is notorious for accelerating aging. It breaks down collagen, reduces skin elasticity, and contributes to dullness, fatigue, and even a weakened immune system. These are not simply aesthetic concerns. This is your body signaling emotional overload. Now think of someone who laughs deeply, cries openly, and speaks their truth. They aren't afraid to feel. They don't shy away from discomfort or pretend everything's fine when it's not. These individuals release their emotions like waves, allowing them to rise, crest, and then pass. As a result, they don't carry that emotional weight. Their faces remain expressive, alive, and unburdened. There's a reason why emotional release is often compared to detoxification. Just as the body purges toxins, the soul needs to purge emotion. Cultures that encourage open emotional expression through storytelling, music, communal rituals, or simply honest conversation often report lower stress levels, stronger community bonds, and people who appear more youthful and radiant. Science backs this up. Research shows that individuals who freely express emotions tend to have better cardiovascular health, stronger immune systems, and lower levels of chronic inflammation. Mentally, they experience fewer symptoms of anxiety and depression. And physically, they retain that spark of aliveness that no cosmetic product can manufacture. Let's look at an analogy. Imagine emotions as a river. When it flows freely, it nourishes everything in its path, bringing life, movement, and renewal. But when that river is dammed, the water stagnates. It becomes heavy, toxic, and eventually breaks through in destructive ways. Your emotions work the same way. When you block them, they don't disappear. They build up, rot inside you, and break down your well-being from within. People who look younger than their age often have one powerful trait in common: emotional honesty. They allow themselves to feel. When they're joyful, they really laugh. When they're grieving, they cry without shame. They communicate, they express, they release. And this openness allows their inner world to stay clean, light, and flowing. So if people have ever told you that you look younger than you are, ask yourself, do you speak your truth? Do you let yourself cry when needed, laugh without holding back, and feel all your feelings without judgment? If so, you've tapped into one of the most powerful forms of self-healing and self-preservation. Because the truth is, the face does reflect the soul, and a soul that is unburdened, unblocked, and open to emotion glows with the unmistakable light of youth. Comment this affirmation below if this message resonates. I feel fully, release freely, and stay young in spirit. And if this spoke to your heart, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this with someone who needs a gentle reminder. Your emotions aren't weaknesses, they are your superpower. Let them flow and watch how your spirit and your face begin to shine. Number 5, you surround yourself with positive energy, the invisible force that keeps you young. Have you ever walked into a room and felt an immediate shift in your energy? Like the air suddenly became heavier, your shoulders tensed, and your mood dropped without warning? Or maybe you've spent just a few minutes with someone, and by the time they leave, you feel emotionally and physically drained. That isn't your imagination. It's the real, measurable effect of energy, specifically negative energy. Energy is contagious. Whether it's optimistic and life-affirming or pessimistic and soul-depleting, the energy around you seeps into your system. And over time, it doesn't just affect how you feel. It influences how you age. People who constantly surround themselves with toxic energy, complainers, critics, gossipers, and those perpetually stuck in negativity, experience a subtle but consistent toll on their mental, emotional, and even physical health. Their stress levels rise, their muscles stay tense, their sleep gets disrupted, and slowly, this internal tension begins to etch itself into their appearance. You see it in their slumped posture, their tired eyes, and their furrowed brows. They begin to look older than they really are, carrying not just years, but the weight of emotional clutter. Now contrast that with people who seem to glow effortlessly, those whose very presence feels light, joyful, and alive. What's their secret? They guard their environment like their health depends on it, because it does. These individuals surround themselves with positivity. They choose uplifting conversations over complaints, laughter over cynicism, and meaningful relationships over draining ones. They understand that their energy is a limited resource, and they invest it wisely. And as a result, they maintain not only their mental peace, but also their youthful vitality. Science supports this truth. Research shows that positive social interactions reduce cortisol, the stress hormone that accelerates aging, and boost oxytocin and dopamine, hormones linked to happiness, emotional connection, and cellular repair. Genuine laughter and emotional warmth don't just feel good, they literally reverse biological signs of aging. Here's a simple analogy. Think of your mind and body like a garden. If you constantly pour in toxic thoughts, criticisms, and negative company, weeds grow. They choke out your potential and cloud your beauty. But if you water it with joy, surround it with sunshine, positive people, and pull the weeds when needed, set boundaries, it thrives. That's how energy works. It either nourishes you or drains you. So ask yourself, are the people in your life uplifting you or depleting you? Do your conversations leave you feeling expanded or exhausted? Does your environment reflect the kind of life and energy you want to radiate? If the answer leans toward negativity, it might be time to reevaluate. Let go of the relationships and habits that weigh you down. Choose instead to spend time with people who laugh loudly, dream big, and believe in joy as a way of life. Surround yourself with energy that feels alive. This doesn't mean you avoid all challenges or difficult people forever. It means you prioritize your peace and protect your vibrancy. Because youth isn't only about fewer wrinkles or smoother skin. It's about the lightness of being, the spark in your spirit, and the emotional environment you create for yourself. If you've been told you look younger than your age, don't dismiss it as luck. Take it as a sign that you've consciously, or perhaps intuitively, created a world that feeds your soul instead of draining it. That kind of energy doesn't just preserve youth, it deepens life. And if you haven't quite mastered this yet, it's never too late. Begin today. Set a boundary. Choose joy. Find your people. Because the right energy can breathe life back into your skin, your smile, and your soul. Comment this affirmation below if this resonates with you. I protect my energy, choose joy, and radiate youth from within. And if this spoke to your heart, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this message with someone who needs to be reminded. Energy is everything, and you deserve to be surrounded by what lifts you up, not what wears you down. Number 6, you live with passion and purpose. The true elixir of youth. Have you ever looked at someone and thought, they seem tired of life? Their face is blank, their eyes dull, their posture heavy, like they're carrying an invisible burden? They move through their days not with intention, but with resignation. It's as if they're simply waiting for time to pass, not really living, but enduring. Now contrast that with someone who lights up a room. They speak with fire in their voice. Their eyes sparkle when they talk about what excites them. They walk with energy, with direction. They may be 40, 50, even 70, but they feel alive. They radiate youth. And the secret isn't some anti-aging serum or superfood. It's passion. It's purpose. People who live with passion and purpose don't just age better, they live better. Because when you have something that fuels your soul, something that makes you excited to wake up every day, it transforms you. Your body, your mind, and your spirit all align. It's not just emotional, it's physiological. Science supports this. Studies show that having a sense of purpose reduces the risk of age-related diseases, lowers inflammation, and extends lifespan. It literally adds years to your life and life to your years. When you're actively pursuing something that excites you, your brain produces more dopamine and serotonin, the feel-good chemicals that not only boost mood, but also enhance overall vitality. These neurotransmitters help regulate stress, improve sleep, and maintain youthful skin. Now think about what happens when you live without passion. Life feels like a loop. You wake up, go through the motions, and repeat. Nothing new, nothing exciting. That inner stagnation, emotional, creative, spiritual, begins to affect the body. Your energy drops, your posture slouches, your expression dulls, the spark fades, and over time you physically begin to look the way you feel. Exhausted, disinterested, older than your age. But when you live with purpose, your energy shifts. You smile more. You speak with conviction. Your body moves with intention. Even when you're tired, your spirit pushes you forward. Passion keeps your inner fire burning, and people can see that fire in you. It shows up in your eyes, your movements, your skin, your voice. It makes you magnetic. Here's a simple analogy. Imagine a plant placed in a dark corner with no sunlight. Over time, it withers. But place that same plant in sunlight, feed it well, and it thrives. It grows, blooms, and becomes vibrant. Passion is your sunlight. Purpose is your water. Without them, you wither. With them, you glow. Think about people you know who defy age. They're artists, teachers, volunteers, entrepreneurs, storytellers, lifelong learners. They always have a project, a goal, a mission. They are driven not by obligation, but by inspiration. And because of that, they never truly grow old. If you've been told you look younger than your age, consider this. Is there something in your life that excites you deeply? A hobby, a career path, a cause, a creative outlet? Do you wake up with a sense of direction, even if the path isn't always easy? If the answer is yes, that's your fountain of youth. But if the answer is no, don't despair. It's never too late to reconnect with what moves you. Passion isn't just for the young, it's for the alive. And purpose doesn't have to be grand. It could be gardening, mentoring, writing, painting, helping others, or exploring your curiosity. What matters is that it speaks to you. Because youth isn't about age, it's about aliveness. And those who live with passion and purpose, who chase what lights them up, who breathe meaning into their everyday, they don't just live longer, they live better. Their energy is contagious, their presence is unforgettable, and their spirit remains untouchable by time. So here's your reflection and call to action. Are you just existing, or are you truly living? If this speaks to your soul, comment this below. I live with purpose, I move with passion, and I choose to stay alive inside. And don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this with someone who needs a reminder. True youth isn't in your skin, it's in your spirit. Number 7, you let go of the past. The secret to staying light, free, and ageless. Have you ever looked into someone's eyes and felt the weight they carry? Not from the present, but from the past? Their gaze is distant, their posture slightly slouched, their face etched with silent stories of pain, regret, or resentment. You can sense they're not fully here. They're stuck, trapped in memories, mistakes, or moments they've never truly released. And the truth is, the past can age you. Every unresolved emotion, every grudge, every guilt, every painful loop that replays in your mind becomes a kind of emotional baggage. Over time, your body begins to carry that burden. Stress hormones like cortisol rise, your muscles tense, and your mind stays in a state of low-grade emotional emergency. That stress doesn't just impact your mood, it begins to etch itself into your face, your posture, your health. People who cling to past pain often begin to show it physically. The jaw tightens, the shoulders round, wrinkles deepen not from smiling, but from frowning. Their energy becomes heavy, and their presence feels tired. But then there's another kind of person, someone who, despite everything they've been through, still feels light. Their face is open, their laughter comes easily, their eyes sparkle with presence. They're not weighed down by old wounds. They've made peace with them. They've learned to let go. And this is their secret to staying young. Letting go of the past isn't about forgetting. It's about choosing freedom over fixation. It's about releasing the grip that old stories, old traumas, and old regrets have on your nervous system. Because the truth is, holding on doesn't protect you. It poisons you. Science agrees. Studies have shown that people who practice forgiveness, self-compassion, and mindfulness have significantly lower stress levels, better sleep, stronger immune systems, and even longer life expectancy. When you stop revisiting what you can't change, your body responds. Tension softens, breathing deepens, energy returns. Forgiveness, whether of others or yourself, isn't weakness. It's a radical act of self-preservation. It says, I will not let the past steal one more moment of my peace or my vitality. Have you ever met someone who looks younger than their age and wondered what their secret was? Maybe it's not in their diet, their skincare, or their gym routine. Maybe it's in their mindset. Maybe they've decided to stop dragging yesterday into today. They've chosen joy over bitterness, presence over pain, and acceptance over shame. Because when you let go of what no longer serves you, something amazing happens. Your face softens, your heart opens, your body relaxes, and your spirit starts to shine again. So ask yourself honestly, what are you still carrying that's aging you? Is it a resentment that's never been voiced? A guilt you've never forgiven yourself for? A betrayal you keep replaying? Whatever it is, it's not just emotional, it's cellular. It's affecting your hormones, your sleep, your skin, your energy. But the good news is you can choose to let it go. Right now. Not all at once maybe, but piece by piece. Start by breathing into the pain, naming it, and then remind yourself that you don't have to carry it forever. Because you're not your past. You're not your worst moment. You're not the mistake you made or the one that was made against you. You are the choice you make today to free yourself, and freedom is youthful. If people have told you that you look younger than your age, reflect for a moment. Maybe it's not just good genes. Maybe it's the peace you've made with your past. Maybe it's because you don't walk around dragging old shadows. You walk forward, light and clear. But if you do feel the past still weighing you down, don't beat yourself up. Just start the process of release. Let it be gentle. Let it be kind. Let it be for you. Because the most powerful beauty routine is inner healing. The most effective anti-aging secret is emotional freedom. And the most radiant version of you is the one who has made peace with what was, so you can fully embrace what is. Now I want to hear from you. What's the wildest age someone has guessed you were? Way off in your favor. Drop it in the comments. Let's celebrate the energy that keeps us young. And if this message landed in your heart, like, subscribe, and share this with someone who's ready to let go and glow. Because in the end, youth is not a number. It's a mindset, and healing is the ultimate glow-up. Stay light, stay free, and I'll see you in the next one. Star.